my lights are literally in seizure mode. On turns it off. I hate these remotes with a passion. Let me get you guys a mode that's not seizure. It's kind of hanging, I'm sorry. I put hot glue on this and it is given up completely. Anywho, so basically, I am trans and I am a minor, which for some reason seems to be the forefront of politics at the current moment all over the world. No, it was already bad. It was already broken. Sorry, that wasn't funny. It does kind of feel like everybody and then their mother hates me for being trans. Like, I'm sorry I couldn't control that. How are you gonna say racism is bad and sexism is bad and then discriminate and be like transphobic and homophobic? Let's get back on track. I'm at the end of my freshman year, and because of that, I mostly feel like I am qualified to say a little bit about my experience, some recommendations to y'all if you're going into high school and trans, and then my experience in general, because it might not be what you expect. I have 5 kind of things that I personally noticed in high school that were, for the most part, most likely because I'm trans or a product of me being trans. The last one is really bad. Like, my gosh, my school is horrible for this. But we're gonna start with the first one. If you are trans or a part of the LGBT plus community, don't go to a religious school. You do not need that. Please go to the public school. In my area, we have 2 public schools. One of them is like the actual public school, and then one of them is a Catholic public school. And basically it just has, I don't know, Catholic values, and they have a religion class. And they're both publicly funded. Why? What happened to the separation between religion and the state? I don't know. I chose to go to the religious school because the public school in my area is absolute dog. It is so bad. It is horrible. I would not wish anyone to go there. So I went to the religious school, and it was very inclusive when I first went. But it's not really. Like, once you're in it, it's not really. Nor are the public schools, but the religious schools are worse. Unless you like being told online by fellow students of the school that you're going to go to hell, or, you know, being called slurs in the hallway, and people using religion to justify homophobia and transphobia, don't do it. And they'll use brain dead arguments too. Nothing against religious people in general, but I'm like, this does not apply to me at all. The voted in trustees of my school, because I guess no one votes, so all the conservatives went out and voted, all banded together and decided, we don't like pride, so let's ban every single flag that isn't the Canadian flag and our school board flag. And then no one can fly any flags, and then we don't have to see the pride flag. They ban every flag. Why do I think that they're targeting the pride flag? Well, 1, because what else are they targeting? But 2, this one trustee dude goes out there after he passed this legislation and voted on it, 10-1. Yeah, 10-1. He goes out and he's like, well, will this legislation block country flags from being flown? And if so, can we edit it so that it allows country flags? What the? Bro, you just hate gay people. How do we let this happen in the year 2025? You're gonna get called slurs because, of course, there's gonna be homophobic people, so just be prepared for that. Like, it literally doesn't matter. Hate is learned. You're not born with hate. So they probably have a bad house environment. So I just feel bad for them, honestly. Don't let them bother you, because really, they're just not very smart. Not critical thinkers. Now, if you're trans, especially if you're trans femmes, but honestly both, be prepared for sports and encounters in sports. And this isn't just high school. This was middle school, elementary school. This will probably be college for sure and future. Because no matter what you do, it will never satisfy everyone. For example, I ran on the boys track and field team. People were asking, why is there a girl running on the boys cross country team? What do you want me to do? And you don't have to lie to me in the comments. I know that if I had ran on the girls track and field team, there would have been people saying, why is there a boy? Why is there a man on the girls track and field team? Don't lie to me in the comments. I know they would say it. They would say it because I've experienced it firsthand. For the most part, people do not care. Students do not care for the most part. But that 10%, that 20% is literally gonna make it a problem. They'll argue that trans people shouldn't be on the girls' team because they have a biological advantage. Okay, wait a minute here. I was the slowest person in my track meets. Yes, I ran with the boys and I came last. But if I had ran with the girls, I would have also came last. What are we accomplishing here? I'm slow and I'm trans. Sure, maybe I have a biological advantage, but do I really? Because I still came last. Trans people are not out here winning all the competitions because just like normal people, some of us are really slow and some of us are really fast. I don't know what it is though, because I used to win all the competitions on the boys team or the girls team. Not anymore, buckos. That's all I have to say for that. The really bad one is coming. You have to listen through my complaining first. It's the washrooms. Like, I know I've said this before, but there are not enough gender neutral washrooms in my schools. Even in my high school as well. There are 8 gendered washrooms. So divide that by 2, 4 washrooms, 2 on each floor. For the people who have to use the accessible washroom, there are 2 single stall washrooms. But one of them is always locked. Why do we have to lock it? On top of that, they're positioned in the worst place possible. Somehow, the washrooms have always been on the opposite side of the school. So I'm always waiting outside this washroom. And it's like, there's person in there. Could go to the other one, right? But well, yeah, that's what it is. I'm not gonna judge. And then when I get inside the washroom, can we not? It is so unnecessary. I have my worst complaint ever. It is right now, because this is like actually affects me like pretty bad. So basically, I switched schools a lot. I've been to a lot of different schools. We gave my new school my new data. Instead of taking the new contact sheet that I literally gave them, they go through the records or something and find the contact sheet from when I was in like 2nd grade at my first school. I have a very high IQ. The teacher that does IEPs, individual education plans, sent out an email for like consent to do something because I was entering back into regular classes instead of the advanced classes, and they needed to get it confirmed. But they sent out the email to one of the people on my email list from when I was in 2nd grade, and I had not come out to that person yet. And you know what was in that email? My preferred name and my preferred pronouns. Yay, round of applause for my dysfunctional school, eh? You couldn't have done worse. When they did this, I went in there and I expressed my concern. Maybe I expressed my concern a little bit too angrily. Maybe I sent the teacher a strongly worded message and basically I got called to the office. Okay, I'm sorry for writing a strongly worded message, but this still really affects me, right? This is still really bad. You outed me. And the way this guy, my vice principal, my VP, goes about this is like, yeah, we're sorry. Not much we could do. It's not our fault. I'm a very introverted person, so I don't know what to say. Like, I'm struggling to think of my thoughts, right? So basically, I just accept and I apologize to the teacher. I'm still mad at you. You could have done better. I don't know what you could have done, but I know you could have done better. What you did is not okay, and I do not accept your apology. That is the worst of it. You know, getting outed by your school, typical high schooler experience. No, it's not. Maybe a typical trans high schooler experience. I'm not sure. TLDR, don't go to a religious school. Yeah, that's all I can say. Thank you to my wonderful, amazing members for subscribing to the channel. Yeah, I still have to set up my membership bonuses and actually make the content. But I only have 4 members, so I might not do that. I'm sorry, guys. You can quit your membership, but I'm very grateful you don't. Yet. Goodbye.